what's one thing you'd say to people who say that mask-required shows don't sell?
We sold out, right?
Do shit.
More homosexual. Back with the wave. Got them in and they back on the stage. They said I'm handsome, man, so sass, man, can I get saved? Ain't in your fantasy league, but I can manage a trade. Baby, get at me. They tell me I'm him.
Exactly.
First one's my dog, I ain't be sold, everybody.
I'll never tell. What's good, everyone? My name is Ivy Soul. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Positive Deviance for having me. It's a beautiful event full of people who care about their communities and care about their bodies and care about all the things that I care about. So I really appreciate y'all playing.
How's it impacting you, and how are you kind of navigating this?
Yeah, it's had a major impact on my career. In 2022, I was invited to do close to like a 20-stop tour with a friend of mine, Cautious Clay, who's an amazing artist, but we both had like kind of diverging politics based off of like how we wanted to navigate COVID. So I actually pulled out of that tour, and since then have been, transitioning into like 9-to-5 work to balance out the kind of obstacles and financial delays, if you will, that have come with transitioning to like an embodied politic, I think. I was a full-time artist and now I'm working full-time and doing music on the side for the first time in 7 years. Like, it gives me the opportunity to like only do music when I want to do music rather than feeling economic and fiscal pressure to do music, which is a nice shift, I think. And it also gives me the opportunity to kind of self-select into the communities that I want to be a part of, and COVID realism is very important to me.
I was like the only person at my job masking, and then over time I kind of like stopped because I thought nobody looked sick, so I stopped masking. But I realized that that's not the case, because you could be asymptomatic and not show symptoms and still be able like to pass it on to other people and stuff. So and further on I came across some like videos and more like information about how the pandemic is still going on and still like could cause serious damage.
Say I do it, talking cheap, I sell this music. You hate me, that's useless. You at me, you don't get music. Suckers, lose, you lose. Put in work, they'll ride them cues.
As far as kind of my journey into becoming COVID cautious, it kind of started mid to late 2023. I had met this one person online. They were one of the first people that I remember meeting that was COVID cautious themselves, and they kind of just basically called me out on my bullshit and basically told me like, look, you should still be masking because it's something that people haven't been taking seriously for a while now, and it's kind of important to, that you start masking and like taking precautions again. And mind you, I was like, whoa. I pushed back immediately, but then I also recognized like, why is that the case? Why am I pushing back, right? And I kind of just sat with that, and I just kind of made time to just think about those kind of what it was that they kind of explained to me, and I just remember thinking, well, you know what? I'll give it a try, and I mean, ever since then, it's just been kind of a natural progression. So I started off wearing surgical masks, and then slowly transitioned into KN95s, and then slowly transitioned to N95s, all the way to basically having a P100 mask. So it's been quite a journey for sure, and I think I'll always appreciate what they did for me, because they not only changed my life but saved my life in a lot of different ways, and I can never repay them for that.
We're still increasing the homosexuality. We ain't gotta argue about pros and flex. The shows I've done where they don't react. For the moment, show me where the lobe in that. With a pole in the hole. Wheel that shit, wheel it. Y'all shake some ass in here, stop playing with me, gang. The goes back, deep throat, we ain't gotta argue about pros and blacks. The shows I've done where they don't react. For the moment, show me where the lobe in that. With a pole in the hole, yeah. I ain't trying to get
how has this pandemic shaped like the art you create and the work that you're doing?
He said he's gonna hit me with first.
You have to think about it.
It's so depressing, for real. I think about like the logic of one, how public health is kind of just left to be like an experiment amongst ourselves. We got to DIY this shit amongst ourselves because public health is crumbling further and further. I think about how, I like tour through other cities and play shows. I be outside all the time, basically every other day. It's just a part of like literally me working and me creating and me just like fulfilling my purpose and being alive. And it's like the whole world's functionally turned into a super spreader. Like, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but also like I could work at insert retail store here and somebody could just not care one day and that could be it. Like, it's really, I feel really ensnared in it. I feel really surrounded by it. I've seen people's eyes glaze over when I try to talk to them about it. It's like you have to dissociate every day. So if you're stuck in it and I can't change it by myself, obviously, I can at least talk about it. I can at least try to push it where I can. I can at least try to stand on business when I can. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I haven't done everything perfectly, but I try. I try to encourage other people to try, because if everybody try, we'll get shit done a lot faster. Can't nobody do it by themselves.